Hey everyone, Coach Katie here, and today we're going to meal prep together. I'm so excited to have you in my kitchen. We get to cook together and go through the grocery list that I'm sure that you saw already. I shot the video on my full grocery list for the day. It showed up right at 12:07 when I got back from the gym, and then I'm getting to work now. So I want to just show you the setup of my kitchen first. And before I do this, I want to let you know that at one point, I was cooking in a very small kitchen. It was galley size, and I was still meal prepping in under 45 minutes for an entire week. So it can be done, even if your kitchen isn't your favorite. I do want to show you how I do set up my kitchen. This is how I would set up any kitchen. So I have over here the containers that I'm going to prep into. So after we cook, they're going to go in there. My trusty water. Take you on a walk over here. I've got Instapot, a Celsius, which we need a sip of real quick. We have an Instapot set out. Trays to go in the baking. Stovetop with different pans that we can use. A bowl, knives. I don't have a cutting board out because I'm not cutting anything today. And over here, we have everything that I'm cooking. So we've got the ground bison. We've got the Italian sausage. We've got ground beef. Our carbs are next. That was the rice that we ordered, the sweet potato fries. We've got pancakes. We have the things to go into the stuffed pepper guts. We have multiple bags of salad. And that's all she wrote for our ingredients. I also set up, I don't know if you can see this, that right there, that bag is just a trash bag. I have those on multiple of my hooks around my cabinets just so that I have a place for trash easily. All right, so what we're going to start with first is our protein. I laid it out specifically so that you could see protein first. So protein, we're going to start there. At the same time, we're going to get our carbs going though. So first things first is let's get some protein going on a stovetop. So I've got ground bison right here, and I'm going to cut this baby up. Got it. Scissors. We're going to turn on a burner. And if you remember, I mentioned olive oil spray instead of actual olive oil. Supposedly a 1 second spray is 0 grams of fat. So I don't know if a 2 second spray is also 0 grams, but I do about 2 seconds. All right, I'm gonna cut up all our ground bison, put that in the stovetop. Usually I am watching Chopped while I cook, and I am trying to beat the people on Chopped to see if I'm better than them. Or Bobby Flay. Say, Bobby Flay, if I could beat you in anything, it would be my ground bison salad bag dressing recipe, which is homemade, no recipe. I actually have 0 recipes. I don't use recipes. I just cook in bulk the things that I like. And then call it good. All right, we have our ground bison going. Let's actually get our sweet potato fries in the oven because they take, I think, the longest. Oh, if you watched my video earlier, I said I thought maybe these took an hour or two, but they don't. The full bag takes 24 minutes. So, tray. And I didn't set out foil, so I'm going to grab it real quick. 1 second. Line my pan with foil. Hopefully I'm not too loud. To open one bag. I did preheat the oven. Put 1 full bag. Thank goodness for the trash bags hooking on all of my hooks. But now I just go there. I don't even have to walk very far. Whoopsies. That bag on my other tray. "20-second rule, yes." Okay. I'm gonna take these. So you want to watch me put them in the oven. There's my oven. 24 minutes. Got it? While those are going, now I'm going to go back to my ground beef, which, by the way, y'all, they were supposed to give me 1 pound. They're supposed to give me 3 pounds. Remember how I said that that one brand was that one brand was like half off or something? Oh, so half off that everybody wanted it. So I guess my Safeway person's substitute was, I think this is like 0.75. It's all good. Set up another pan. Spray it. Actually, I have no idea if you have to spray this because there's enough fat in there. So you probably don't have to, but anyway, we're going to get these going at the same time. Cut this one. Toss it in there. Also, in this meal prep day, I honestly did all of my favorite recipes for you. I think what I typically would have done probably is do chicken as one of mine. So instead of maybe the bison dish, I would have done chicken just so that we had something to grill. So what I would do right now is I would be outside, like I would have turned on the grill and I would toss on my chicken breasts. I would season them with something and then I would toss them on the grill for 5 minutes on either side. And usually I have my watch going as well as my phone going so that I can set timers on everything. And then sometimes timers go off and I don't know what they're going off for. I'm gonna wash my hands really quick. All right, now we have to get our other carb going. So we have sweet potatoes as one of the carbs. We're gonna do 2 of those bags at one time. Jasmine rice. I didn't realize I had a whole thing of jasmine rice in the pantry, so I'm going to get one that's already opened. Be right back. Okay, if you make jasmine rice in the Instapot, the ratio is 2 cups rice to 2 cups water. And you make it go for 5 minutes. I'm sure this bag is loud, so 1 second. Put 2 cups of rice in there. But I'm going to do double it. Okay. 1 more cup of rice. What this bag even says, it does not say how to do it in Instapot. Okay. We need 4 cups of water in here. Come to the sink. Right. This guy comes over here. I don't know if you're anything like me, but mason jars are my measuring cups. So 4 cups. There's 1.5. Three. I said 4, right? Yep, 4. 4 cups. 4 cups of water. Coming back over here. It's going in the Instapot. I don't put anything in with it. No salt, no butter, nothing. Just let it how it is. Stir it up just a little bit. I have no idea if that's helpful or not, but it seems like it should be stirred, so I do it. Put the top on. Close it. Turn the valve to not steaming out yet. It's going for 5 minutes. All right, take a break. I have no idea if that was my face or not. In this recording system, there's only just a circle, and I can't see if it's my whole face. All right. We have 2 of our proteins going. We have 2 of our carbs going. We're at 10 minutes in. I've done some talking. I probably could have done this in about 7. What we're going to do now is we're going to go to our proteins. And if you don't have one of these, you need one of these. If anyone knows the name of this, can you please tell me? I need another one. I need another one of these. I need 2 more of them. I don't know the name of it, so I don't know how to find it. So we're going to just start doing this. I could do 2 at one time. Either way, we got to get this meat brown. Here we go. All right, these are browning. Some trash. Next thing that we've got is, I know this is weird. You can either take these salad bags and eat them fresh, or what I love to do is actually brown them or saute them in the dressing that comes in these bags and just have them with my dishes, and I'll mix it in. Here's the thing. On the list of things to order, get peppers for your stuffed pepper guts. I forgot peppers. So we're making stuffed peppers, but we're not having peppers with them. We're going to use one of the salad bags as the veggies. And then also, since now I don't have peppers, I need a bit more veggies. I'm going to do green beans. So I'm going to get those out of the pantry. 1 second. Green beans. Going to open the green beans. So now we've got our proteins going. We've got 2 carbs going. Now we're going to work on veggies. Open, open, open. Here we go. This guy, put it on that back burner. Toss some green beans in there. And if you know anything about canned green beans, you don't actually have to cook them. You can just eat them, but it feels weird to not cook them when I'm cooking everything else. So forever, I've just been cooking them. And while I'm doing this, y'all, it used to take me 8 hours in the kitchen to meal prep. I had fancy recipes that I would look up, and I would cook one by one. I would cook one recipe, put it aside, cook the other one, then cook another one, until I realized how to make my favorite stuff just taste good and make it fancy. So favorite hack is the dressing in one of these salad bags. I don't even know what's in them. Let's see. 3 to 5 servings in here. So 14 grams of fat in, honestly, the dressing is not even that fatty. I don't know. I don't even look. There's soybean, there's sugar in these. There's sugar. I lost 70 pounds eating sugar. Honestly, it's not that bad. Not that bad for you. Just have a little bit of it. It's fine. Okay, we're going to keep browning this. And also that dressing, I don't use a lot of it. I just coat it a little bit. So not the entire dressing packet. Okay, got this all browning. Got our green beans going. we will use another pan. I know not everybody has a 5-burner stove. I'm doing this all right now when I actually wouldn't normally. I would normally just do the protein, come back, do the veggies, but I don't want to make you watch this video forever. You can even fast forward right now because honestly, all I'm doing is just waiting for things. We're going to toss this in here. Now I don't have to chop my veggies. Okay, we're going to take the packet. This is how full it is. I'm not even going to use the whole thing. Squirt a little bit around. I probably used half of it. Take some mixing tongs. Honestly, I won't be offended if you fast forward. I have, let's see, 12 minutes left on my sweet potatoes. I'm going to take those sweet potato fries out, and I'm going to then put in my new sweet potato fries. While that's going, I have my Instapot going of rice. When that's done, I'm not replacing with new rice. I have my ground beef going right here. When it's browned, I'm going to put in taco seasoning. When my green beans are done, they're done. They didn't even have to cook. When my bison is browned, I'm going to probably put in the rest of this dressing packet with the bison. And then the Italian sausage dish is going to be, I guess, our more complex one, and I'll show you how I do that. So I'm actually going to put pause, turn the air conditioning on in my house because it's 90 degrees out and we're trying not to run it, but I can't cook, talk to you, and have it not going. So I'll be back soon when you don't have to just stand here and watch me do the things that are pretty boring. But only momentarily, to tell you, if you don't want to put the salad bag dressing in with anything because you're like, I know it has sugar, I really just don't want to have sugar, I'm telling you that it's all right to just have a little bit. Like, it's a tiny little bit. But if you're just totally not okay with that, another way that I make the bison is by putting in coconut aminos, and I put in sun butter because I'm allergic to peanuts, but you could put in peanut butter, and I mix in peanut butter and sun butter and coconut aminos into my bison to give it like a more Asian-y flair, and then I'll put over the salad that I'm sauteing. So pausing again. Just had to tell you that. All right, I'm back. The sweet potatoes are out. The new sweet potatoes are in, and I am just almost done with the taco stuff. So we have to get the seasoning on there, mix it all up, and I'll show you what I've done so far. But guys, note to self, you have to double check the stuff that you order to make sure it's what you wanted. I was just going so quickly this morning to get done before I had to shoot the video for you guys that the Italian turkey that I got, there's one brand of Italian turkey that's not high in fat, and then there's one brand that is very high in fat. What you need to look out for is you want to look at total fat grams and then look at total protein grams. You don't even need to look at servings. For one serving, there's 9 grams of fat and 10 grams of protein, meaning that for 20 grams of protein, which is even less than I typically get at a meal, I get somewhere between probably 25 and 30. That means that I'm getting almost 20 grams of fat per meal, and that is too much fat, I believe, for most people who want to lose weight. So, or even stay. I eat about 50 grams of fat every day probably. And if you work with me one-on-one or just in general and I speak to you, I've probably not had you go over 70 grams of fat every day, tops. And what happens is when we have stuff like that, that is so high in fat, it just bumps up our fat content without even knowing. So Let's just say I did this on purpose to teach you that. So what I did was show you so far how, okay, that's my taco salad meat. I'm gonna pull that out right now because it's done. My veggies are done. My green beans are already pulled out. My Italian sausage mix. I only put in 2 of those little things. I'm going to get regular turkey from the grocery store later. I'm going to make that and I'm going to mix it in later, like another pound of regular turkey. Mix it in so it evens it out. My green beans are right there and my bison is right there. My other tots are in the oven. And right now what we're going to do, if you want to watch it happen, take another one of these bad boys, put it over here, turn my burner off of my ground beef for the taco sauce. This is the part that I hate, hot stuff, that I have to get to fit perfectly into a pan. All right, that's done. It's going in the sink. My tots are done, but I'm doing 2 more bags of them. Don't need any of this stuff. Move it to the side. Move all my containers down to make room for my other 2 containers that I'm going to have. Move my green beans down. Be right back with a container for my veggies. Put my veggies in this glass bowl. I'm going to make another bag of veggies so we have more. But this next bag, I'm not going to put the dressing in. I'm just going to make it. I about just poured my Celsius into the pan as olive oil. Not what I meant to do. I'm going to take this bag. I'm going to make half of it over here. Half of it's going in with that. Oh, and then also this stuff, it's like pure crack. I'm going to mix it in with my taco sauce. Just a little bit. So good. Why did that explode on me? I'm going to take that. And now you can see it's my taco sauce mix. Yum, yum, yum. This one smells so good. All right, my veggies are waiting to get the rest of the veggies in there. Now is when I would typically be done. I mean, I still have more tots, but basically everything is done. Everything's packaged. I could have done that other salad at the same time, but because I'm using 5 burners to ground meat, which I would not typically do. I think I would have had chicken going on the grill instead of one of those. But the reason I did all 3 is because I want to show you the fly on my face, the easiness of doing ground beef as taco meat. So easy. Bison as ground bison with like either the coconut aminos and peanut butter or salad bag dressing. And then I'm doing the stuffed peppers, even though I still need a pound of turkey. I'm doing the stuffed peppers because I want to show you afterwards how I track that in the app. because it's going to be a mixture of things. So I am going to pause this again. We finished, this video has been rolling for 25 minutes. 12 minutes were left on my sweet potato fries when I said, let me pause it. So that means that we are done at 37 minutes for all of it. And it's all pretty much my chicken. I would have done my chicken at the same time in there. I mean, Darren came upstairs, started talking to me. So in the mix of my like 12 minutes waiting for my sweet potatoes to come out so that I could put in the other batch, I talked to Darren for probably like 8 minutes. And in that moment of time, I would have had my chicken on the grill, would have came and gotten it and put it back on the grill. So in under 45 minutes for an entire week, and it's all packaged here. You can alternatively package it in individual meals, which I've done before, and I kind of got over that lately. Like, I don't know if you're like me, but your kids are back in school. Well, let's just not be silly. Today is September 8th, and if you know anything about my school life for my kids, they don't go back till the 18th of September because we're on a delay. So you could be watching this in January. Same thing, kids going back to school, and you're just feeling the pressure of life, and we don't have time to individually prep everything that day. It would take me another 20 minutes to do that, but I'm not going to do that. I'm going to do it the day of when I eat my food. So I'm going to show you a different video on how I would do that, but I am going to pause so I can come back and show you the rest of the recipe for the stuffed pepper guts, which has 0 peppers in it and only half the meat. But I'm going to show you it so that you know exactly how I make it, and then I'll come back and show you how I would track it in the app too. So pausing, coming back later. Forgot to pull my rice out, so now I have rice too. It's going to go over here. And while my turkey sausage is going, I'm going to use this moment to just talk for a minute about the fact that I might have just like cracked a huge code for you. You might be like, oh my word, this is all it takes to make healthy stuff. This all sounds amazing too. This is so easy. Or I might have lost you at hang up plastic bags on your knobs in your kitchen. And wherever you land in the middle of that, meet yourself where you're at. If you're someone that goes out to eat 3 times per day or 1 time per day even, and you're just like, I now have to cook, like this seems, I know you somehow did that in 37 minutes, Katie, but like you lost me. I would suggest trying 2 things only at one time. 1 thing, anybody can make 1 thing. 2 things at one time is when you start having to juggle different things. I burnt myself on the rice. What you're going to do is, I think, get chicken breast, and hopefully you have a grill. If not, look up how to bake chicken breast. You're going to turn on the oven to start, or you're going to turn on the grill to start. That's like your first thing. You're going to put chicken on the grill or the oven. Simultaneously, you're going to start a burner, and you're going to have 3 pounds of ground beef. So you have 3 pounds of chicken and 3 pounds of ground beef. Just always start with 3 until you learn how much your family needs. My family needs 3 pounds of chicken, 3 pounds of ground beef, 3 pounds of bison for a whole week, or we need 3 pounds of whatever, and it's 3 proteins. But start with 2. Chicken, ground beef, 90% or leaner on a stovetop burner. You're going to brown the ground beef. You're going to put the ground beef on the stovetop. While it's browning, you're going to season the chicken and put it on the grill. It's going to go on for like 5 to 6 minutes on either side. If you do 5 minutes, set a timer. While it's going, you're going to be browning and like chopping up the ground beef to like mix it up. You're going to go flip the chicken, come back, and then you're going to put on some taco seasoning for your ground beef. Somewhere in there, you start a pot of rice, either on the stove or in a burner. You can chop veggies and you can saute them. You can I even got broccoli. I think I put on the grocery list that I got broccoli. I'm going to save that for my kids. You can be microwaving broccoli at the same time, but just do 2 things, 2 proteins only, if 3 sounds daunting. Eventually, 3 will feel better, maybe in a week or 2. But for right now, just do the 2. And maybe it's 6 pounds of each. So you just have 2 proteins, and you're like, okay, well, this is what it is. Until I figure out how I do 2 and I feel good with it, then I'll add in a 3rd, and I can cut the quantity down. 1 second, I think I have to chop up my turkey sausage. Turkey sausage is out. So sad. What a sad amount of turkey sausage. I need double that, but we'll get the regular turkey from the store later. Make that. We've got veggies right here, the double amount to go with the bison. And then I've got 2 salad bags right here. Well, This is the thing. They shorted me on my salad bags. So you just have to, this person did not communicate with me. They didn't say we're out of XYZ. I ordered 1, 2, 3, 4. I ordered 6 bags of salad, but she only brought me 4. So, or he, I don't know idea. So I get 6 bags of salad. If you don't want to chop veggies and you want to do salad plus either broccoli or salad plus green beans, 6 bags of salad plus then green beans or broccoli. I know that it's more expensive to buy pre-made salad bags, but my personal time is worth money. So I just get the pre-made ones because I don't have time to chop stuff. What I'm going to do is I'm making, in my pan that had the turkey, I pulled the turkey out and I put garlic in there. What I'm going to do now is put in salad bag. We're doing a very, very, very random stuffed pepper gut. It's not really the veggies that make up the stuffed pepper guts, in my opinion. I mean, you kind of need peppers to have the name make sense, but I'm not too concerned because I grew up eating stuffed peppers all the time. Somehow my parents had more time in the day than I did. And they would actually literally they would cut off the top of a pepper, they'd scoop out the like seeds in the inside, all the things. And I'm like amazed at how well they did with all of that. So good. But I don't have time. So we don't make actual stuffed peppers in my house. However, what we made growing up was stuffed peppers with rice, with regular sausage, because my parents loved that, I guess. We made stuffed peppers with regular sausage, and we put in the key ingredients, which is, doesn't matter what veggies you have. Oh man, we put in corn growing up too. We'd put corn in there, rice, corn, sausage, always pineapple, always blue cheese. I added sun-dried tomatoes somewhere in my life. I don't feel like I did that growing up. But anyway, what I'm doing now, I pulled out the turkey, which pretend it's double that amount. And then I put in 1 salad bag and a bag of frozen broccoli, which I know could cook in the microwave, but it's not going to. It's going to cook on my stovetop because I'm down a bag of broccoli. On a regular, like if I had done this plus chicken, I would have chicken going right now and I would have this going. That way I would have been done. Like I would have been done with everything, even if it was this recipe in 45 minutes, because you just need burners. And I didn't have a big enough burner. So what I'm going to do is let my stuffed pepper guts saute on the stove. And then I'm going to pause this and come back and we'll mix it all together and I'll show you that. And then this video will be done. And then I will come back and show you how I would log it all, how I would like package it daily into a meal and how I would log it. Okay. So I'm back, got my veggies up there. They look pretty good. The sun-dried tomatoes that we got on the grocery list are these guys. Inside this, 0 grams of fat, 3 grams of carbs. Nothing really. That's just the tomato carbs. Okay, we're gonna toss these in there. I'm going to also take, because I had a jar of it, I want a little bit of the actual oil from this. So I did that. I'm gonna take a fork and get out some of these tomatoes. When you think about the fact that 3 pounds of meat makes about 12 meals. So something to think about. 3 pounds of meat makes about 3 meals. Or why did I say 3 pounds of meat makes 3 pounds of meat makes about 12 meals? Meaning that if you have something that's got 10 grams of fat across 12 meals, that's 1 gram of fat per meal. If you put in whatever fat content it is. So, moral of that story is I'm not concerned. Oh, I don't need these. I just did that. Now we're going to take pineapple. some of the juice is going to get in there. It makes it juicier, which is great. Perfect. Mix all that up. Now we're going to take the sausage and put it back in there. All right, so in our pan, we have the sausage, pineapple, veggies, sun-dried tomatoes. Last thing that's going in there is blue cheese. And again, assuming that 3 pounds of meat is about 12 meals. If you work with me, you know why, because we talk about macros and how many grams of protein you need per meal. How many grams of protein are in 3 pounds of meat, uncooked, you can figure out that. Blue cheese has 8 grams of fat, 4 servings. So it has 32 grams of fat. If you take 32 divided by 12, it's like 3 grams of fat per meal in the blue cheese. So it goes a long way. If you don't like blue cheese, you can do feta if you want. That's going to get very creamy. So tasty. All right, I'll show you it now, and then we are going to call this video good and look at all of the things that we made. All right, so much yum. We have rice. We have our taco seasoning. You'll learn to know the difference between the taco seasoning meat and bison. The bison is not as dark. So there's the taco meat, there's the bison, green beans in the middle. We've got some veggies to go with the bison. We've got sweet potato tots. And our last dish, which is our Italian stuffed pepper guts. And then we've got tots. More tots. Not missing anything. I know I have pancakes still sitting on the counter. I probably would just make I make those on the fly, to be honest. Whenever I feel like I want pancakes after I work out, because that's the best. And I put Cool Whip on them. I make them for my kids a lot too. We have another salad bag, and typically I would have 2 left over, and that salad bag I would use for my taco salad dish. Is this recording? It surely is. That's good. All right, well, that is that. Next video would be how to portion it out into containers. All right.